Mr. Grinch. Ooh, those bad corporations. Ooh, I'd like to teach them a lesson. These corporations that are bleeding America dry. Oh, yeah. Let's get in there and fight these mother. Now, guys, here we are. Tuesday afternoon in Septiembre. And I'm happy to be here today. It's been an extraordinarily busy day. Today, let's see, this person just sent me a beautiful pic right here. Thank you. All right, I love that when people send a pic. So let's get down to it. Let's get into it today. Hello, Ronnie. How are you today? Good to see you. You love that when people set you a pic when you're driving. It's a beautiful thing. You got to take advantage of it. You get that blocker out there and you got to go. Hey, Addison. Shawana, how are you doing, babe? Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen much from you lately. I hope everything's going okay for you. I think about you a lot. All best wishes for you, sweetie. Hello, Addison. Well, the weather's been kind of threatening. And I'm looking at dark clouds. We had rain overnight last night. Really good. I'm glad that you're doing well, honey. I'm really glad that you're doing well. Say I kind of got enjoying the content, so I was just hoping everything's going okay for you. I think you had a little bump in the road last year or something, so I'm not a nosy person, but I hope. Hey Vern, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up button if you've not done so today. This is another requested video. Last night was really hot. Really hot when we talked about marriage, love, relationships, hookups, the lack of justice in the judicial system, in family and law courts and stuff. Yeah, did I get the mail today? Hello, Alan, how are you? And I think most people were shocked from the mail. I've received a lot of mail today. And the thing that people were most shocked about is they could not believe that the United States, hey Shep, would have a court system where justice was nowhere in that courtroom. In other words, right or wrong was not decided. It was nobody's at fault, no fault. And this explains a lot of why we're in the predicament we're in now with crashing birth rates and crashing rates of marriage, because the system has been rigged against it. And the ones that are really disappearing from the system are the men. And now the younger women are rebelling. They're getting aggravated, pissed off. And say, just to recap, you can see all the TikToks and YouTube shorts and stories that come out about having a decent life and then deciding I'm not feeling actuated. You know, I'm not feeling the love. I'm going to move on to something better. They move on to something better, destroy the relationship. Go on and find out how hard the dating scene is now and how miserable everybody is and how terrible it is. So, all right. Hope everybody's doing well. How you doing, Miss Tree? Right, so the grass is not always greener on the other side of the street, and social media is a lot to blame for getting people gassed up. You get into these hate groups, and I would say 95% of the videos are made by young women between the ages of 25 and 50. Younger women, and they tend to bond around, oh yeah, and now you got your freedom now and you can go pursue your life, and they get out there, and then I was like, oh man, I don't have the security anymore. I miss it. I threw it away. So it was quite an interesting topic yesterday, and everybody weighed in on it. I'm not the answer person, but if I got an opinion, I got a right to share it. Come on, somebody let me out of here. Damn, man. All right. Well, now they do, because men have learned that if you're going to have a relationship, don't get married. If you are married, you're not only responsible for your own children, which is correct, and that's as it should be. You made them, you take care of them, maybe. But also, if they're not married, they're not responsible for spousal support. So separation comes, and they basically have to live off the kids' money that comes in and support, and it makes for a really, really terribly miserable situation. So yeah, that's what we talked about. What's up, Corkster? That's what we talked about yesterday. And we can say that because we know statistically 81% of divorces are initiated by women. And some will say, well, violence and all that. Violence against women has declined dramatically in society. And what's risen dramatically is violence against men in relationships and marriages and things like that. You'd be shocked at the statistics that have come out lately about violence, and we see it. I mean, we see it in female, women get gassed up, ultimate fighting, women knocking each other's heads in, and being badass on the streets. We see it all the time. I see it on social media. I've seen it in my travels over 13, 14 years on social media. The dramatic change that's occurred in women over the last 2 decades has been the extreme rise in masculinity among women, and the femininity is a very difficult thing to find, as is a lot of masculinity these days too. So it's been a tremendous reversal that has occurred. So that's kind of the last word on that. I appreciate the people that wrote that. Like I said, the thing that most shocked people is I never thought about courts in the United States, Rosie, until you talked about family law. And it was the first time I understood that, yes, when you go into a family law court, it doesn't matter what either party did. They're just going to look at assets, look at kids, divvy them up, and that's going to, there's no justice anymore in the justice system there. So when there's no justice, there's no accountability. And when there's no accountability, society comes unhinged, and that's the beginning of the end, and that's exactly what we're seeing these days. So that's the wrap on that. If you have any other further comments, we'll do a follow-on next week on that. Some people are living in the past, and they're not aware of what the new statistics are, and 95% of the videos are women sitting in their cars and crying and bawling about the state of shit. Another thing too, don't quit your job unless you got another job lined up. All right, I'm just putting out there randomly. These are my opinions today. They are controversial, but they are not without deep thought on the subject. And I've never heard anybody else relate the collapse of justice in our court system to the decline of marriage and the declining birth rate. It's too risky a venture. Everybody will pin it on cost of living and things like that, but then look at the way people live. What people says and what people does, as Mammy said in Gone with the Wind, is two different things. what people says and what people does is two different things. All right, let's make sure we're on all messages here. On the bright side, fake when is about now. You just have to be very, very careful. Well, we're not to Mr. Good Citizen. We're not talking. Vegas wasn't run by corporations before. What's changed in Vegas is corporations have gotten a hold of Las Vegas. They didn't have a hold of it before. Okay, it was more about the experience and the money laundering. The gambling shit was secondary. They knew that the odds were always against them over the long run, as long as they kept clean games and kept cheaters and shit like that out. They were good to go. They could move massive amounts of money laundering through there. Now I'm saying the mafia. Yeah, of course it was better. You see the chart that's my thumbnail on this video about corporate greed and the fact that. We're going to talk about credit cards today, and designed to keep people as slaves for years because they don't pay any attention to the interest that they're paying on it, and even talk about interest rates being cut and all that, and you talk about buying homes and shit like that. You tell me how many people these days can afford it down. How many people these days scrape together $100, $150, $200,000 for a 20% down payment on a home? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's impossible. You become like a serf. You become a peasant on the manor now. That's all you are. And so when they talk about lower interest rates, let's not get it twisted, guys. You're not benefiting by that. Okay, you go to buy your big screen TV, you put it on time, yeah, you're paying your 23, 24% interest. Which means if you take out a $10,000 credit card debt at an average of 23% interest, which is pretty much the industry standard now, you'll pay at the end of 10 years, you'll pay $23,914 in interest on that. There's the real deal. You're not getting any help. It's 6% the corporations and the banks. Bank profits were $170 billion. No, they were almost $400 billion last year. How you doing, Buttercup, baby? I don't even believe in making a good brother. Yes, you go for, well, I could only put up one chart at a time. I didn't put up because this has been a long time coming. This video, this should make Magda very happy. People that are more of a socialist bent in society, but the corporate tax rate used to be 50% from about 1905 all the way up to the 1950s. And what were those years in America? They were some of the biggest explosive growth years in the history of this nation. So a lot of people will say, well, a corporate tax rate will really impinge on things. Really? How you doing, Amanda? Hug and kiss. Like when you're making tuna, you're out of your greedy mind. Yeah, some of it is natural occurrence. Like if if things are scarce or whatever after the pandemic, people were marking shit up after that and sticking it to you. Look at that chart on the thumbnail. The biggest rise occurred over the last 5 years in corporate profits. And now, when you think about it, this is what I tell you. So when they talk about interest rates or cut interest rates through this, it's not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit the average person whatsoever. Because the banks made you're not going to believe this, $189 billion out of $380 billion total profits came from credit cards. Credit cards are a huge cash cow for these banks and things. And they talk about wealth transfers and this and that and how it's regressive gambling and things like that. Credit cards are bleeding people dry. if you make the minimum payments on a $10,000 debt, which is usually 1% per month on a credit card, you end up paying almost $24,000 over 10 years just in interest alone on that. That's why the minimum payments and things like that are, so it's a siphon on U.S. wealth, and it doesn't mean, so when people, the connectivity that people, think about the connection that people used to have to interest rates. Hey, Aquarius, and we're not going to get technical and shit like that, but I'm going to tell you what. The first credit card that came around, you know, you had a diners club in the late 1950s. Oh, we have a diners club, very rare. They had to go around and sell restaurants on the diners club. They brought out the American Express card. Sears Roebuck, that was their own card, Sears credit. And it was notoriously hard to get. Very few people use credit. Some department stores had credit agencies within, you know, a group of stores would work together and have their own credit card, National Acceptance Corporation and stuff like that. Well, it's not a question of using it today. You know, use it. I use it all the time because why should I give them immediate payment when I can keep my money in the bank till it's time to pay the credit card in 30 days? So my point is, nobody needed credit back then. You could buy something on time, but a car loan would be reasonable in the context. It wouldn't be a rate. Imagine you go into a car dealer and they tell you, hey, Corky, we love you, man. We like your choice. This is a really sharp looking vet here. You got the top of the line. We kitted it out for you. We got the tuned suspension, the beefy McPherson struts. Man, the chicks are gonna be falling into the seats on that baby, falling into the seats. Corky's like, I'm down. Are you gonna finance or are you gonna pay cash? Well, you think I walk around with $150,000? Okay, you're gonna be financing it. Well, what kind of rate am I gonna be looking at? About 24% interest rate. You guys really hate me, you know what I mean? This is the Corkster, right? Okay, we're gonna give you 23% because we like you, Corky. You're pithy and you're fun. We're gonna knock that down. Let me go see the finance manager if I can go get him to knock that down. Maybe I can get that to 22%. Can you imagine the auto industry would grind to a total halt if everybody had to go out with a credit card and purchase it? We would be the poorest nation with the fattest banks. Well, it wouldn't be, because eventually they would crash out, the banks, because of poor debt. But nowadays, you know, you didn't have credit then. You might buy furniture on time from the department store or something like that, but that was between you and them, their own at-risk credit. Nowadays, almost everybody, hey, Good Life, how you doing, Helen? Nowadays, almost everybody has a credit card now. And the credit card, yeah, I don't do much in cash. I probably have $12 or $3 in my wallet. I probably always have about $5 anyway. I don't know. The average person in the 50s and 60s was not connected to credits at all. We make you an offer, you better earn 24% on that APR on that Oldsmobile. So people were insulated. It's like China is today. You think everybody in China has a credit card or something? Man, there's very few people have credit cards in China. They'll look at your bank account. They'll have you sign a sequester form, which means you agree. We're going to give you a $10,000 line of credit on your credit card, how you go, and we're going to sequester $10,000 worth of your bank deposits. You can still accrue interest on them, but if we ever draw down to the $10,000 level and you draw out your credit line, we're not going to lose a penny on this credit card. So the average person doesn't have a credit card. Very, 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 very rare in China. We're very dependent on what interest rates do over here. Very dependent. Now it's not like the 1950s and 60s. Now everybody's plugged in to expensive money through credit cards, and only a small percentage of people pay off their card in full every month. Let me put this, this thing keeps slowing down and lagging here. With the result, when things are good, the banks are making money hand over fist on the credit cards, but debt compounds so fast. In finance, we have something called the rule of 72. You take 72 and you divide it by the interest rate, and that tells you how many years it would take. It tells you how many years it is till the amount doubles that you owe. In other words, if it's 72 divided, let's say it's 9%, it would double in 8 years the balance that you have. Well, if you don't have a bundle, then you can't get a good FICO score. It's an intertwined system that's very built on credit. And when you think that almost half of all these banks' these banks' earnings come from credit cards and the expansion of credit these days, that is unbelievable. You talk about when you're taking out $190 billion out of the economy a year in just interest on credit cards. That's equivalent to the $190 billion that the United States government is injecting in EBT benefits, food stamp programs. It's a little more than they're injecting into Section 8 in housing. It's unbelievable how much, hey Angus, how much is being withdrawn from the system. So you say, well, what is the alternative? It's getting a little harder now. The press and we've seen this cycle a couple times since the 1980s. When credit starts to weaken, all of a sudden you'll have these credit card companies start to put out teasers like 12 months of no interest if you transfer your balance to us, or you open our card, buy whatever you want for 12 months, there's zero interest whatsoever. You look on the fine print, and then after, it says after that or whatever, maybe another year, you got to keep the card or something, some kind of they're starting to do that kind of stuff right now. And until I work for, kind of gave me a card. When I started working at Sears in 1977, the ghetto Sears on North Avenue in Broadway in Baltimore, the Sears card was the thing. It was without a doubt like one of the hardest credit cards that you could qualify for. And Sears had very little in the way of default credit card write-offs and all that. And they were so tight on that. Like when I worked there for like a year, and finally, yeah, you can have a credit card now and your credit limit is $200. It's like, yeah, but I was going to buy a TV over here, and even with the 10% employee discount, it's still good. Yeah, that's a shame. I work hard. Work hard. So when I started doing the research, because I've been asked many times why don't you ever talk about greedy corporations? It's always, you're a hater, right? And everybody's, let everybody be rapacious in making money in capitalism. I do love capitalism. It's the only system of economics that's totally natural to human beings. So it fits very well. Okay, there's no jarring thing like communism that we're going to tell you what's best for you, and we're going to tell you what's going to be available in the market, and you're going to like it, and that's the way it goes. So capitalism is very natural. It's had the greatest productive run, and will continue to do so as long as the world keeps spinning and exists. Capitalism will be the system that builds things. Socialism will try to coast on things, and communism will set out to destroy things. Bear that in mind. You can write that down, Ronnie, is another Rosieism there. But there does come a point where you have to think about something very, very important. Something, hey, Agus Kisses, something really important's taking place now. There's a lot of people being cut from jobs. Software engineers, typically high-end knowledge jobs, are Google's puking employees, Meta puking employees. So many companies are puking employees, not because they're not profitable, not because they're in a recession and have to cut costs, but because they don't need the people anymore. They're not needed. Their knowledge just died, just absolutely died on the vine. Whatever they can do can be done a zillion times faster and more efficiently with AI. And what is the result of that? We just gotta go over. Yeah, we're discussing corporate greed, because people always accuse me of being a die-hard capitalist, which I am, but I'm not a dumb one. Now, the result of that is, when you don't have to pay software engineers on average $150,000 to $300,000 a year, when AI can do the same thing and do it efficiently without worrying about whether the coffee's warm or whatever, when you figure what their savings are in not having people, yeah, what does that do for the profitability? It puts the profitability through the roof. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now with the explosive growth of corporate profits. Now, that's all good to a point, because corporations and business is dependent on one very important and dynamic principle: don't kill your customer. All right. Doesn't matter how good your product is, if you wipe out enough of your potential customer base, then nobody can afford to buy products anymore. Elon Musk was kind of hinting at this, and please give a thumbs up here, guys. Elon Musk was hinting at this years ago when he said, he was one of the first ones to understand with Sam Altman about AI and the AI's ability to change as much as the Industrial Revolution changed the world, as much as the agricultural revolution, as much as the technological revolution changed the world. This AI revolution is probably going to be as big as that. And it's going to displace a lot of people. And his thought was, well, people got to eat. You can't tell people, well, just instead of chocolate chips, just have some computer chips for lunch. I mean, it's not going to work in a society where people are going to be struggling to be gainfully employed. Let's see. Be struggling to be gainfully employed. So he thought you're going to have to underwrite people with some type of wage or something like that. You're going to have to give them some guaranteed level of support. Otherwise, it's going to be revolution. Well, we already see revolution in the streets of Nepal. We're seeing there's going to be a big march coming up in France. I think it's this weekend. I can almost predict it's going to be violent out there on the streets. Yeah, people are getting a little nervous now, people in high tech, and it's going to be a tough situation. But what Elon Musk doesn't consider is he thinks corporate profits go on forever. But hey, Jen, but what he doesn't realize is when you destroy the ability of people to consume across a broad range of industries and products, you eventually take a very heavy toll on corporate profits. And that's the break point where things go from, as unemployment rises, it reaches a point, perhaps it's a 6% level, where it really starts to impact corporations and corporate profitability, because the luxury items get trimmed first. The Starbucks, the trips to Vegas, the cruises, the Rolex watches, all the high living, the Uber Eats, the delivered foods and things. And then it works its way down to Mustangs, men. Zoe is insane. It's such a waste of money. So what is the solution? The share of taxes that poor corporations pay now as a percent of GDP is something like less than 2% now. Corporations are contributing into the system there, because we're down to a 20% rate, but we have a situation where that 20% should probably be raised to a much higher level. We would be much better on the deficit. We had $4 trillion of corporate profits last year. People will say, no, that'll kill business or whatever. And the income tax rate went all up to 50% from 1905 to 1950 with no ill effects whatsoever on it. God created one earth, the planet, yes, it's cold, dead place. It's the hubris of man. It's a modern day Tower of Babylon. It's ridiculousness of what it is. People will die. It'll be a folly. There's nothing there. It's the most expensive mileage that you'll ever put down going to a place like Mars. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that's the way it is with the interest rates. So when people say, oh, I can't wait till the interest rates get cut, it's going to be so meaningful, you let me know. Send me an email. I can make it like new@gmail.com. The second that you get a letter from Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase Bank telling you, good news, we're lowering your interest rate by 1% on your credit card today. You know what you're going to hear? What Amanda Hug and Kiss says. Silence. I don't hear a thing. What is the practical impact going to be on your life? It's going to be zero. It's going to be meaningless, because most people are borrowed at between auto loans and credit card loans, somewhere around 14 to 16% interest. So it's like being back in the days when interest rates were just high, but now we have all this weird shielding going on in the system, so you don't really see it. Lower, you're not going to see any lowering whatsoever. Zero lowering on that. So the net effect of that is, of course, profitability immediately takes a jump up. So it's kind of a rigged game in a way, because people can't moderate their spending anymore. The velocity of money is high, which means that people are spending money like there's no tomorrow. And credit use is something they watch very carefully to tell whether an economy is entering a recession or not. And as long as credit outstanding keeps increasing, it's all good until it blows up. And then it's like 2008 Hog Island oysters. I wonder what this guy is doing. A connection to a lot of banks and banks. I don't know. My interest in Epstein is like zero. I mean, it's just, to me, he's another self-absorbed, narcissistic, trafficking fool that got his first taste of comeuppance, and I don't want to think about where he is now. Justice is not mine, but I'm just saying, the universe takes care of its own. The universe takes care of its own. So I think that's something when the Democrats take control of Congress in 2026, early 2027, you'll probably see an attempt to raise the corporate tax rate. I don't know where in the hell he is, man. But you know what? I've seen all these freaks through the years of starting with Louis B. Mayer and the studio heads and Myron Lansky and the people over there running MGM Studios. And I was watching an interview with Shirley Temple with Johnny Carson, and she's talking about, yeah, we went in to see Mr. Mayer and the studio head, and my mother went in to see Mr. Mayer, and I was called in the other guy's office, and he just exposed himself to me. This shit's been going on since time immemorial. You know, it's just it's like, what's worse, what's better? I mean, stupid people keep stuff concealed. It eventually comes out. It ends up costing them dearly, and then it all hits a fan in the end. They think they got a good gig going, and at the end of it all, they're just it ain't no good. It ain't no good. Murder, the camera went out. Oh, that's the night that the cameras went out in the jail. So, do. That's the night they took Jeffrey Epstein down. Do. You can't take a perv and make him good. Diddy did his money, but he black man. I mean, it's just corruption is so endemic now. When money crosses people's hands, it takes almost an insane amount of superhuman willpower not to let it corrupt you. And we see that across governments, city governments, state governments, religious institutions, everywhere, just mile after mile, government programs, schools. It just doesn't matter. I mean, it's like corruption is corruption. After he started as a Wall Street money manager, Diddy will be out of prison. Yeah, ain't gonna do much in there. He has a ostensibly clean record. Hold on a minute, guys. I gotta put this in the mail. Something for Blackbird. Probably can do the same way. So what is corruption a sign of? It's a sign of a moral hollowing out of society. When corruption spreads its tentacles, and it always spreads it from the top to the bottom. People get their cues and their signals from the top. Well, nothing happened to that guy, and he got away with murder. Yeah, I'm going to borrow the company's credit card, and I don't know who the one guy was in Vegas. He worked for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he was a front office guy, and he would travel a lot, I guess, with the team and stuff, and he took the credit card, and oh man, I think he racked up like $4 million or something on credit card debt gambling. You don't want to see me all gassed out. Can you imagine? And the thing that kills me is Vegas is so disingenuous about that. Got a gambling problem? Call 1-800 get help or whatever the hell it is. 1-800 get help. And they're just built on people that they will put their claws into you to keep you back until they shake every bit out of you that they can get. Let's see. Canada today was ranked first as the worst place to move to. Corky, if you had to give 3 simple reasons, 3 bullet items, what would you say the top 3 reasons were? Because in terms of natural beauty and resources, I don't think there's a country that can match Canada in the world. For a lot of Canada has never even been explored before for mineral wealth and other shit. What do you think, Corky? You think following the British model, just corruption? Wow. The bad weather is the biggest reason people wouldn't want to move there. Winters are brutal. Well, it is in the northern latitude, but haven't Canadians adjusted? Immigrants probably not so, but it would be a tough adjustment if you had to Prestone antifreeze your sack to just be able to survive up there. Yeah, that would be a bit of a problem. That would be a bit of a problem. How you doing, Naomi? But I think right now corporate profits have totally gotten out of control. $4 trillion of corporate profits, and up from $2 trillion about 4 years ago. And it's going to get higher as people get displaced. The rich are going to get richer, and the rest are going to become serfs out here. I guarantee you that. So it's time that we brought some type of fiscal discipline to corporations now, because I think that's what really, literally, they're getting away with murder right now. With, they're almost at a point where it's rapacious in terms of the profits that are being turned. I'm not talking about industries that actually produce something, that are always scraping by and manufacturing and making normalized profits, but I'm talking about things like banking and knowledge, stuff like that. The cities are great. That has changed big time, Doc. Oh, you think of Toronto, you think of the beautiful train station, CN Tower, the Blue Jays, Yonge Street, the Hotel York or whatever, where I stayed when I would go there. Canada only 40 million people, though. U.S. is 380 million. Man, but they got the resources up there. But I guess they went socialist a lot earlier. I don't know. Now it's tents and needles. Well, when you underwrite self-destructive behavior, guess what? You get more of it. You tell people, oh, okay, we have this area, it's a shoot-up place. Yeah, no problem. Nobody's going to bother you. Yeah, they're going to flock to it. Because that's where they're going to get high. That's where they're going to get their drugs. That's where the deals are going to be made. And it just destroys dignity. It destroys cities. It basically says, we've given up on you. You're not worth it anymore. You're a defective unit. That's the end of it. Lots of millions short up their workforce in factories and jobs out west. Well, they do a lot of trucking here. I see a lot of Indian truckers in the Central Valley, especially, running up and down Route 99 in the agricultural areas. But Yeah, we need to tap more in. I'm all for shareholder equity and you know, increasing price of stocks and stuff like that. But there's a point where it just becomes too tiny focused on how many people are benefiting from that. It's not shared. It hyper concentrates the wealth, and it's what's put us into a new gilded age here, where we have 10% of the people control 90% of the wealth. I know right now because of immigration, it's gotten out of hand. Immigration is over. Okay, immigration is over. Hello, Aaron. How you doing? Yeah, you saw the changes years ago, but yeah, there you go. So immigration is over. It ended when the president took office. We now have the lowest border crossings since they've been keeping records of people coming across the border because the signal went forth. Once the signal goes out and people call home and say, Manny, you better not try to come up, man. You're just going to it's a wasted trip. You're going to waste your money. Word spreads like wildfire. You disincentivize people from coming to the country. And what happens? They stop making for the border. And you know what the better consequence is that? I'm doing well, Aaron. Thank you. You know what the better consequence of that is? People are forced to come to grips with their own shitty countries, their own banana republics, their own corruption. And guess what? You might have to put some skin in the game. You might have bloodshed or whatever, but nothing's ever going to be accomplished when people just flee and walk. Oh, I felt like I was in danger, or this or that, or the cartels, or well, what are you doing about it? Yeah, now saying it makes drugs across the board. Yeah, they were up in New Hampshire. They arrested 27 people from the Sinaloa cartel. You have not enough doctors up there. I guess Canada is a system now that disincentivizes people from wanting to go into medicine. Probably because it's not remunerative enough for them. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, live like kings down there. So they've got a hammerlock on their own country, but they're not willing to do anything to improve it. This really is the most disgusting aspect of it to me. And this is the thing now that will turn around. This is the beauty of having closed borders now, because people are bound to face the realities of their own nation, and it's incumbent on them. It's incumbent on them to make it better. Oh, but you know, I might get hurt. There's protests and bullets will be flying. Yeah, well, it never comes cheap, does it? It never comes cheap. Now you're going to get a chance to create a little America. I'm going to go ahead and dictate executive policy. The appointments are 3 weeks away. The government is even cutting the number. The appointments are 3 weeks away because of immigration. Well, yeah, that's just, it is what it is. You still have to process people. And it's like the people there was a press conference in Georgia down there, and they had like 14, like a union representative and this XYZ rights organization, and then the congresswoman from the state representative from that district, blah, blah, blah. Not one of those people, not one of those 12 people that stood up and spoke ever said anything about violating the laws of this nation. Not one of them. So the bottom line is it's all America's fault that this happened. It's all America's fault that these Koreans overstayed their visas or chose to figure they're going to love us because we're Korean here, we're in here illegally, we're going to come across the border. Not one person said In other words, not one person stood up for law and order on that. 3 weeks wait reason more here in the U.S. You can wait for, yeah, you can wait a long time. Because our State Department just got overrun. It wasn't designed to function that way. So when you have people within a nation that think it's correct to just flout the laws and disregard it, and that can be from a president right on down the line, you get what you get. You get what you get. Yeah, let the word go forth from this day on that it's an open free-for-all. Come on up, boys. Come on up. There's money to be made up here. Sinaloa style. I'll tell you what, Dr. Frankenstein, I was shocked today that Sinaloa was even up in New Hampshire. Imagine that in New Hampshire. That's a long way from Sinaloa and from San Luis down there. It's a long, long way. So, am I happy they're busting out these people? Oh, I'm happy. Oh, I'm happy because not one of these people is here. They might have one or two people within the organization that are legal. Well, yeah, money is money, and they'll be busted out. Move gangs will go. Yeah, they're going to go where they can make money and prey on people, and they'll still have people that stand up and defend them. Like it's awful. What happened? It's just their rights are being abused. Yeah, well, they didn't care about the rights of hooking your kids on fentanyl, seeing them die. I still think of the 2 high school students that died here of fentanyl overdose last year. I didn't hear any cartel member coming forth and apologizing at the funerals and things like that. They don't give a shit, man. And you see the people that are out at protesting, you never see the people that are so-called affected by it. You see the core of these justice warriors, these older boomers out there. Oh, this and that. And the young people they're not even near it. They're not that dumb. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling today, Phil? Hey, Gary. I tend to be a Charles Bronson. Yeah, there's protests in Chicago because people want a disordered society in Chicago. In effect, that's what they're saying. We want a disordered society. We like it the way it is. We just are predisposed to not like authority, so get out of our city. And yeah, just keep sacrificing your kids. Probably one of the most corrupt police forces in the United States there in Chicago. Yeah, let it rain. Go ahead. It's all good. It's a new world now. We have a new moral order. Yeah, you want to do it, just do it. Take it out. Take it out. That's why putting this toothpaste back in the tube is admirable as it is in many ways. It's destined to fail and breed its own huge backlash coming up here. And I'm smart enough to realize that you might change the look of the game, but you won't change the hearts and minds of people that have already been corrupted and destroyed with just live in a bubble now and don't care. Like they had a terrible smash and grab in they have jobs. Hey, Gary. People died at the Brandon sign that decree to resist federal law enforcement. And they'll tell you it's all good. Or you'll hear silence. They have nothing to say because it's indefensible. If they could say something to defend it, they would, but it's indefensible. And like I said, this is all very short term. The toothpaste, whatever little bit of toothpaste they got back in the tube is going to be irrelevant because you have to change the way that people are raised and educated, and that's gone. Long gone these days. I put a community post up today, record low testing results in math, record low testing results in reading, and record low test results in science in the United States public high schools. And you know what? Nobody out there that's on the protest lines gives a flying fuck about that. They could care less. They sold the kids down the river in the 1960s, and they could give less than a shit about what happens to these kids. As long as they get to make their point and hold their sign high and hold themselves up with their virtue signaling and all that, in the real world, you're putting out the dumbest kids that have been turned out in the history of America here. Let's see. AOC said, hey, how you doing, Kelly? AOC said math is racist. Did she really say that? No, I don't believe it. I can't. No. I can't believe a reasonably intelligent person that's a member of Congress would come out with the claim that math is racist. There's just no way. There's just no way. Yeah, but she's a smart cookie, but she has really stupid ideas. There's just no way that anybody could come out and say that math is racist or whatever. Well, she's a representative, and I can't fault her for people want her to represent them. Then she represents them, for better or worse. I don't know if she's smart or not. She seems reasonably intelligent to me. She always looks well put together. I mean, I can't criticize her. So I would have to be proven that she made that statement. I would find that really hard to believe. I don't agree with her politics, but I don't denigrate her as a person and make personal attacks on her and things like that. Putting diapers on cows was one. It's what I call the Greta Thunberg school of stupidity, right? I'm gonna take this little boat into. I'm gonna make a big scene, a big splash on the news, trying to deliver my five bags of wheat into Gaza. I mean, what's the point of it? What's the point of it? Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I agree. I'm not sure what she's not my representative. But I don't denigrate people on what their IQ is or things. I think that's a low-hanging fruit, and I think we need to push beyond that. You're going to have a very socialist, radical mayor in New York City. What's up, Termination? You're going to have a radical socialist mayor in New York. Now, what will he achieve? My expectations are low, but I'm not gonna prejudge the guy until he takes office and sees what he does. But his options are very limited. AOC did not say that math was racist. I didn't think that I don't think anybody would say that. But you cannot ignore the test results that came. They're deplorable in this nation. They're just absolutely deplorable. And I don't hear anybody ringing the alarm bells, calling for a national conference on the educational collapse in America. It's like, it doesn't matter, man. I'm getting my Uber Eats delivered. I don't care. Do you understand the implications for the future? AI is invented as a way for the rich to protect themselves from widespread stupid humanity. widespread stupid humans that are too stupid to understand which side their bread is buttered on. So I'm very equal opportunity when it comes to, I mean, I don't really know AOC. She had the dress, eat the rich. I thought her backside, okay, I'll admit it. Okay, I got eyes. Her backside looked good in it. What am I going to do? What am I going to lie? Nah, so there you go. Well, I like New York City. New York City is a critical financial hub out there. So, their Fourth Amendment rights are gone. I still got eyes, right? I mean, I didn't say one day we'll meet. That's it. Now Amanda Hug and Kiss is going to say I'm creepy, right? I'm a creeper. Oh, it's so awful. You're so disgusting. You're a creeper. I would box your ears if I would. I'm gonna download this and I'm gonna send it up to AOC's office. What's for dinner? We're gonna have sushi tonight. Hey Ned, how you doing today? We're gonna make some sushi. Yeah, that's what's on tap tonight. I cooked some rice. I got a nice piece of tuna today. Nice cucumber from the boss and Janet. So that's what's for dinner tonight. But where is the alarm about the education performance? And how people can't conceive that there's a direct connection between educational performance and performance of an economy. In other words, the poorest educated economies fare the worst in the world, and the best educated economies fare the best. Let's see if they can discriminate. I don't know who that is. Hey, Basic Bob, how are you? I don't know what lurker means by that. Sushi sounds good. It does. It's a long story about the cats. I'll get into that later, a little later on. Right now, we're kind of staying on subject here with this. But I was appalled, and I put the statistic up on my community post today. And all I hear is deafening silence across the land. And I hear education departments and schools that say we need more resources, more counselors, more security in school. It's the same here in the suffering is they can't afford to school all the, due to language problems and all that. They didn't care when they brought them in, Phil. It was a harebrained idea, just like the open borders was here. It was a stupid idea. And we'll be paying for that for years. Every illegal you see hauled out of here that's a news clip on the news is one person that did not have a legal right to be here. Just remember that and make that defensible. It's indefensible. And you can say, well, they shouldn't haul them out. Well, two wrongs don't make a right. We don't compound the problem. No, we already went through the idea why they brought them in, because people have been fleeing the big blue cities, Chicago, New York, Denver, San Francisco, LA, and they've been moving to places like Florida and Texas. There's no income tax in Texas. There's no income tax in Florida. There's a viciously high tax in California and New York. Why wouldn't people naturally gravitate as they wise up, they get older, and they say, I'm making money. I see the way they're pissing the money away in this state. I just want to leave. I just want to relocate. I'm an executive. I can work from wherever I want, or I'm retired. It's time to leave Gomorrah here, and we're going to head out. Yeah, this is why you love your state of Florida, because it's a natural economic magnet. So people leave these big cities that are wealthy. The poor stay. The poor stay, but the people with get up and go leave. And this is resulting in declining populations in these cities. So there's panic among the Democrat Party that we're losing seats in Congress due to population shifts. And boy, that's something you can't just wave a wand or vote on. You can't force people to stay. And those with get up and go just leave. They leave it behind. They go set up their new life and move to those states that have more freedom. Yeah, I know a lot of people from California have moved to Texas and Nevada. There's no state income tax in Nevada. It just makes sense. It's a natural economic magnet, and it leaves the cities hollowed out. And it leaves them with less and less congressional representation. Hey, Shar. And that's exactly why the borders were thrown open to build the cities back up again. And now we have to go through the pain of having that all undone now. Yeah, Florida has a lot of crime. A lot of places have a lot of crime. But I'm saying people aren't fleeing Florida. They're fleeing California. They're fleeing Illinois. They're fleeing New York. They want to get the hell out of there. Would you want your kid raised there? Hell no. You want to be an urban pioneer? Oh, we'll take a chance. Okay, yeah, just for the sake of making a statement, yeah, we'll put everything at risk just so we can say that, yeah, we're supporting you. What kind of normal thinking person thinks that? Basic Bob says, I sold my condo. I had to step over homeless people in my way to work every single morning. With the great Governor Rosa. Seeing it, freedom is getting worse by the day. They flee where the weather sucks. They flee where the politics and the economics suck. The weather doesn't suck in San Francisco. It doesn't suck in LA. They just get sick and tired of the way that the system's been screwed up here. And they just say, we have alternatives. How you doing, Trish? You can't force people to stay. This is not China where you're forced to stay within your local. Thank you, Ronnie. We weren't charging. You can't force people to stay yet. So we still have the freedom to move around. And U-Haul charts this all out of people that are coming and going to states. And the number one reason people give is not weather. It's the economics, and number two is the politics of it. They get tired of the liberalism. They get tired of the system that supports drug use and violence and revolving doors for justice. It's Larry. I never lived in San Francisco. It's a beautiful city, but I don't know. I don't comment on stuff that I don't know well. So now we come to education today, and we get one Little headline, and tomorrow it won't even be a concern to anybody, and it should be the most alarming thing since the Russians launched Sputnik in 1957. It should be the biggest alarm in history in this nation because, well, your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids are going to live in one mucked up world because we let it all go. We let it all go. We are and have been on the brink of collapse, and we have a great governor, but I fear what happens when he's gone without education. Yeah, there isn't a future, Gary. But you'll hear silence on that. You'll have people still stand up and defend a terrible Department of Education. I say judge by the results. A rotten tree produces rotten fruit. A good tree produces good fruit. What is the fruit of the education system? It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But nobody gets alarmed because, we think about number one, our own shit. The thought is, what has posterity ever done for me? So we don't transfer civilization, we just bury it, and that's it. Let's see. Have you seen our free news today? They free as a man and animal, but the first year applied to USA for prison. Oh well. It's same thing is going to be happening in France. When a nation starts to have to suppress the voices of dissent, then revolution is really in the air. When a nation doesn't allow people to speak freely and puts people in jail for expressing opinions about the way things run, it's like you're trying to address the effect but not the cause. And I'm sorry, Phil. I'm truly sorry. But we're in an era where people cannot tolerate differences of opinions. More and more people want to have their ears tickled with exactly what they want to hear. And even if the truth stares them in the face, they'll still go down on the ship right to the end and right under the waves, defying evidence. That's the tragedy of America today. We're so steeped in our positions that we go down with the ship. Freedom's just another word. Of course it's what's going to happen here. It's a natural consequence of a people that can no longer be controlled. You have a rise of authoritarianism. Why would you think that we would have liberalism now? What did liberalism gain? It's exactly what put us into this situation. Unlimited human freedom. Think what you want. Turn over any facts you want in the world, whether they're scientific, biological. Just overwrite them. Who cares anymore? We have a new paradigm. Who cares about the kids? I got what I want out of life. Fuck them. That's the teacher's responsibility. I don't give a shit. It's your problem. Nobody stands up, yeah, that's wrong. That's the worst part, the selling down the river of the kids. And then people complain because people get vouchers. Yeah, smart people get vouchers and get the hell out of the system because they care about their kids. The auto pen. Yeah, it's going to be happening here. There's no alternative for that. No alternative. The government needs to wake up and take action on these issues. Tune in, journal, and drop out. That's why drug use, desolation, depression. 1/4 of the females on antipsychotics. sitting in there in their automobiles crying into just video after when you look at thousands and hundreds of thousands. I hate my life. I didn't want this. Oh, but this is supposed to be what you want to embrace. You want to express yourself and get out there and be successful and make something of yourself in the work world. Yeah, go ahead. Society plays the tune and everybody dances to it. I don't blame the problems on Biden. Biden is just he's just another way station on the railroad line. The next stop, Biden. First stop, the Great Depression. Rewired the nation due to absolute need. Too many people to feed, not enough charity. Untenable situation. The train is built, the train gets on the tracks, goes at a moderate rate of speed, and then when the Great Society comes under Lyndon Johnson, they take the brakes off the train. More. And these other people are just tending along the way, filling up the boiler with water, shoveling new coal into the train. That's it. I don't have any ill will about Biden. He's under the control of people that are telling him what to do, how to run things. You know, I can be forgiven for saying I'm glad he didn't become the president because I don't think he's physically or mentally capable of doing it. And I would hate to see him drain his health in his final years in some terrible thing in the White House. I have heart. I have empathy. I want to get college, and it's not so much of that. It's like I got the job, you know, and I'm not happy. This is it. This is the rat race. This is it. And then I told you the other women, it's all 99.999% is women sitting in their vehicles, screaming, crying, and complaining about their lives, getting gassed up by other females. And listen, a lot of females, you know, you might not like that hear it, but females are very good at undermining and shooting down other females. Really good. You can go to nightclubs and see that phenomenon place, or you can go to the workplace and see that. I used to see that even in the secretarial pool. You're all making the same money. Why are you fighting? Well, because she got more attention than I did. And how old are you? Vivian, how old are you? You get along okay, the sunglass kiosk. This nation was sunk by bad ideas and bad choices that undermined human initiative, undermined human virtues, fortitude. There's no more sense in America of overcome. There's a sense of just fall down, drug myself, and just die. That's it. That spirit was worked out. Let's see. A friend of mine buys vending machines. Is done and makes works 2 days per week. Ice creams make money. Yeah, the guy in our neighborhood makes. He does okay. Spends a day at Costco buying snacks. That's nice. It's sad. I mean, I feel sorry for these younger people, but they just have no idea of what enduring and persistence and the rewards of sticking to it and seeing things through and honoring a contract and a commitment. Last night I was moving my mom's cane. It fell on my right cheekbone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Frito-Lay and other prices have doubled. When you go in and see $8 for a bag of Lay's potato chips, and you see people shopping and they're totally insensitive to the cost, they just pick it up and throw it. They don't care. Because money is so loose, and they have such an assurance that things will be taken care of in the future. There'll be no problems at all. That there's no incentive to save money. Who in the hell has a savings account anymore? Show me a young person that has a savings account. It's unheard of. You can't, there's no savings accounts today. Oh, sorry, Chef. I got my flu shot yesterday. I was like the first one. September 8th. Today the flu shots begin. I was like, sign me up, baby. The same day I got the allergy shot. I'm like, as long as I'm here, I'm going to get her done. Last year was the first year I didn't get the shot, and I was on death's door. And this year I said, yeah, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it ASAP. So yeah, you can see all the various factors that undermined everything. The education system being taken into national hands with all these great theorists about things, and the way psychology and psychotherapy has devastated this nation in brainwashing people, and it's every year as a new theory comes out, and it can't be built upon like science can. It just gets built out wider and wider. It's absolutely terrible. But the education thing really hit hard today. And I thought to myself, yeah, there'll be some measure of people out there that will care enough to sacrifice and do the things to make sure that their kids get the education. That'll be the vanguard, the small core of the future. I dropped my phone on the regular one. Oh wow. Yeah, it was a bad one. I had when you go in different places. They did a 4-hour car ride around. Yeah, you need to get a gimbal, Cancelo. Nice to see you. I won't ever take him down, and I. And all the reds of blue. My kids have saying, yeah. Well, I'm saying, it's great every aspect of your kids' lives and everything, but I'm just saying the average person today doesn't have a savings account.
No, it's N and then Nortel.
Most young people don't even have checking accounts. They just cash their checks. They don't teach them to save money anymore. Hey, Pat, how you doing? There's no more teaching of thrift or anything like that. It's I want it, I'm just going to get it. I don't care about it. It's forsaking the future for now. The body and ID when the body and then the work answer. I keep seeing people talking about Barry. I don't know, Aquarius. Be very careful about that. I've got the athletics jersey on today. Be very careful about theories about things. Theories don't cost anything to put out there. It's like the theory that the earth is flat. How did that come to be? It came because of denial and divine individualism. They said, this is what I believe, so it must be so. This is how deranged some people can become in a society that's lost its bearings. Yeah, thank you, Pat. Why are there no hurricanes in the Atlantic? Well, it's early September. I think that there'll still be some coming through. We had rain today, which was very unusual. Last night it really came down, which made me happy. The cats were all huddled up at the back door. Some people twist the violence with it. It's just it's just a society that increasingly cannot bear to hear the truth, so it makes up its own truth. Take the Bible. Oh, this is what it really means. Oh, I never heard that before. For 1,000 years, this is what we all believe. But now you've been divinely inspired to rewrite. That's cool. Now you get your own little following. You branch off and do your own school. No harm, no foul. Yeah, because the Holy Spirit guided me. Guided you one way and it guided him the other, and they're in direct opposition. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so the Holy Spirit contradicts itself. Okay. This is the kind of craziness that just dominates our world today, this kind of stupidity. Do you enter any of your cars in any cars in any kennel shows blue ribbon winner? Cats? I don't know. Our cats have been maimed now. Their ears have been clipped. They're marked down units now. They're not going to make first tier. They might make the National Invitational, but they're not going to make the Sweet 16. It's a mark of shame. It's going to get you marked down. Ooh, that's a shame. Cat's not a breeder anymore. Good looking cat though, well conformed. Free savings, I got bored to tell my sister they can find my money. I don't know what kind of cat it is. It's gray and white. How's that? Is that descriptive enough? I grew up, we just had cats. We just had coffee. We didn't have mocha, Swiss, double, twist, cappuccino, bullshit. We just had coffee. Out you pixies! What was the most exciting thing that happened to you today? The most exciting thing that happened to me today was getting two cats trapped this morning. I'm working on the traps, trying to put fresh cardboard down, and Rosie just wanders in. Snap. Now this wasn't supposed to happen till tonight, and I go in the workshop to cut another piece of cardboard because I worked on the other trap to get it functioning. I get it in there, new piece of cardboard. I don't even get a time to get it in there. The other cat, Tiger, goes in because he sees Rosie going the other one. He's thinking, Pavlov's dog, it's Din Din coming up. I'm going to get in position. And the next thing you know, snap. There goes the trap. So I have to call the woman. She was going to come at 4:30 today, and I had to text her at 10:30. I'd say, I don't know how to tell you. I got two cats that are ready to roll out. She's like, oh man, that means that cat's got to sit in that cage for, the day, half the day, and overnight. And she wasn't a happy camper. I said, well, what do you know? I'm trying to put fresh cardboard in. I didn't know the cats are so well trained. Oh, they must be going crazy in the cages trying to get in. I said, no, they're sleeping in the cage. They ate the food that was in the cage and they're sleeping in the. They're so used to being in the cage, they sleep in the cage overnight, some of them. So she comes over, and I'll come over and pick them up. We'll accelerate the thing, and she looks at them. They're just like sleeping, and this is really weird, these cats, right? I said, they've been coming here forever. It's like when you were worried when I brought the first batch back. Did they ever come back? And they're like, they never went anywhere. These cats got the best deal on planet Earth. best deal on planet Earth. So they just, hey Linda, they self-trap themselves. They don't even care. They just sit in there. They'll be back tomorrow. They'll still be eating out of the cage. So there went Rosie, who's a breeder, and there went Tiger, who's a little humper, going around. So that really leaves Magic, Baby Socks. Ooh, I'd like to get, ooh, it's going to be a tough trap. That's going to be a prize on the wall, that head mounted on the wall. That's like the 2,800 point buck head on the wall right there. Or whatever number of points. How in the hell do I know? What am I, a nature lover? And then that leaves Karl Marx and those two, and that's about it. Yeah, it was a good score. They're well taken care of. She's like, oh, they must be going out of their minds in the cage. And she comes over there just laying there like waiting for the food to come through the slot like they're in a maximum security prison. I said, these cats ain't like other cats. She said, I can see that now. She picked them up. I said, I'm carrying. They didn't make a peep. They were just sitting in there. They went for the ride. They're just raising their paw. Bye. See you tomorrow. Just like they're checking into the Hilton or something. Talk about Corvettes. I don't know. Rosie, you were the one that had the kitten. Yeah, that was Rosie had that litter. I don't know who had. I know Karl Marx. I don't know who the father is. I didn't do a paternity test. Maybe it was Tiger. I don't know. Tiger might have gotten it, Rosie. I'm not sure if he got his little stub in there or whatever he did. Stooping like a couple minks in heat. I don't know. So she comes over. Oh, Tiger, what a beautiful cat. I said, the cat's a slob, okay? It's still a beautiful cat. It's a slob. I said, look at it in the cage. It doesn't care. It's looking at you to see if you have food in your hand. So that went really well. Happily, so I had to call her. She wasn't happy when she came over. She said, we call people that trap their cats on their own home. We call them twappers. Twappers. I guess I'm a twapper. At least I'm not a twat. All right. Yeah, cool cats. They don't even care. They're so used to the cage. You come out in the morning and they're just sleeping in the ones in each cage. They don't care. They like it. They just associate with food. And if they get taken away by aliens and they get probed or something, then they come back. They're not worried about it. They're telling their buddies it's survivable. I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know what the hell they did. But I'm back, and where's the eats? I'm hungry. Just independent. So yeah, I guess she's used to cats that are freaking out and upside down in the cages, and their eyes are rolling. And she was just flabbergasted. They're just there looking around. Well, the sooner you get them on, the sooner you can get on the road. Well, I won't delay myself on that. Trapping will be continuing for a couple months or so. It's not a short-term proposition. I'm not going to live my life bound by cats. I didn't sign up for it. Yeah, she sees real feral cats, not ones that are fat and happy all the time. Yeah, they're really tame. They don't care. The cats, the cage, I'm messing with the cage and trying the mechanism. They're just inside. They don't care. They don't care. They just sit there and look at you like, this is cool. And then you come and get, oh, we're going for a ride today. Nice. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice looking place. Smells a little weird. Oh, here comes the gas. Ooh. Oh. So it's all gone pretty good. It gets harder though, because I got to keep the other cats out. You know, it's selective trapping now. Like I had, you know, the watch out for little cats are always running. They'd lay in that cage all day if they could. Yeah, nothing wrong with cats. I talked to Blackbird today. Yeah, with great desacking. Rosie's a breeder, so that'll be done. And Tiger's little joy banger out there running around. I guess I didn't think he had it in him. I mean, I was almost kind of proud, but I guess what the hell? Sometimes they surprise you. I looked at Tiger and said, wow, I didn't know you had it in you. But now that I think back to like late winter, yeah, he was walking behind all the time and had his snoot at his tail end all the time. So I think that was it. Yeah, I kept thinking, being really on, like right behind, right? And I thought, ooh. I said, wow, Rosie's going to be a pincushion tonight, man. I'm going to look into the trophoblastic thesis. I'd like to study into that stuff. I say, live your life, baby. You should have teaser. I survived the great desacking. Now it's going to get more difficult. It's going to get a bit harder now. What a day today with these clouds. We actually had rain. Claws tears up furniture. Yeah, they like to just kind of work it on my leg. But everybody comes out happy. They come home, they immediately hit the food. They don't care what they had done. You know, I've had a leg removed, the sacks removed, stitched up, hold, and they still come back, and the first thing they do is run for the food. They just don't care. Because freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Susan Bobby McGee. I love these babies. Well, it's good we have a little bit of control of the population. That's a positive thing. Nobody's ever said you shouldn't do that, so that's a good thing. We got young lobbers. I guess they're going to pick up food. They're not worried about paying for parking. Yeah, I guess they are. And there they can't. There my. I clip the claws frequently. Well, freedom's just another word for a couch that you want to lose. Yeah, they're good babies. They're all fixed up now. They're voracious. Shadow's going to be an enormously big cat. But he's just droopy. You pick him up and he just hangs. He's just, whatever you want to do with me, just do it. You want to play pin the tail on a donkey with me? I'm down with it. Go ahead. How you doing, Shemay? So the woman's like, I'm not going to scold you now. I'm going to wait till I get over there to scold you. I said, what do I do, right? I just said they want to be in the trap. The thing goes down, they're not screaming and clawing and upside down and their heads up their butt and they're just sitting in there waiting for the door to open and food to come in. I find that hard to believe. Then she comes up to the deck and there they are. Hello, teacher. Yeah, scratch tower. I used to clip my Great Dane. It was like chopping wood. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Daniel? The woman would keep. Is it pop? No. She seemed so surprised at the first batch. She was like, they usually don't come back, right? It's so traumatizing. And I said, are you kidding? As soon as I got your text in the morning that you dropped off the cat, they were already at the back door waiting for the food. Well, he's like, that's very unusual. I said, these are not like, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, James. Great night. Take care, Gary. So she just seemed shocked by the whole thing until she saw him, she said, "Oh yeah, there's you were cutting the cardboard to go in the bottom." And yeah, because it rained last night. The cardboard was mushy. I didn't want the cats to be on it. And I started diddling and opened the trap to put it in. I turned my back for a minute, and next thing I know, one of the traps snapped shut. I go tend to that. Go into the workshop to look for some wire to secure it. Bam, I hear the other trap close. And they're like, I don't know what TNR is. I'm not sure it's so worn out. Oh, wait, females get worn out. Yeah, I can believe that. Rosie looked like a breeder. Baby socks is the one. That's the original sin right there. And I saw that little head last night in there. Whoa. That one ain't going to go gentle into the good night. I gotta get taken back to the shelter. Oh, trap and release. Okay, I don't know. So, hey Judy, so we're working together pretty good. We got 5 down so far. It's going to be very hard to get Karl Marx and her 2 little tribelets. Because the other cats are so trained to go, and then they all try to rush in. They just all try to rush in at the same time. They don't care. They don't care about the doors. They don't care about the noise. They could care less. They just want to eat. TNR, that sounds like a dating site. Something Amanda Hogginkiss would be into. Like a Tinder date. Oh, you hear these women complaining about the dating sites, how horrible they are. Shit, well, oh, man. It's Amanda Hogginkiss profile. Are you into TNR? Oh, she must be into transcendental meditation. It just had a bit of a misspelling on it. No, honey. Because freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Yeah, that's what everybody told me. These women talk about how terrible they are. They're just designed to separate you from your money. Fake bots running around. Oh, you look so lovely. Oh, you're awesome. Hey, Perpetuo, how you doing? Yeah, everything's going good. How you doing? Gonna have a little sushi tonight. I'm thinking Corkster. I'm thinking real good on the Chinese yuan now. I think that might go up to 6 from 6.8 or whatever it is right now. Looks like more and more people are getting positioned into that currency. Which doesn't surprise me. My soup was excellent. I had some this morning. What's the Big Four Club? I just think it makes sense to shift into yuan. Find a yuan account somewhere. Get your US dollars changed into it. So I have a guess that normally I would say the Swiss franc, but I think Trump's tariffs is going to collapse the Swiss economy. I thought it was interesting when Trump was playing golf a couple days ago, the chairman of Rolex Corporation was there. I said, that makes sense. They need us a hell of a lot more than we need them, right? They need us a hell of a lot more than we need them. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. I've got this guy here, this security guy here. We're going to monitor him for a minute. See if he leaves the area. I can't whiz in peace. Locked out of your apartment. That's happened to me before. Hey, Zoe. The name of this audience. I'm scared of dating sites. Better go to. Yeah, I'm saying he was playing with the president's foursome. I thought this is good. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall on that one. That would have been tremendous. I'm not sure, Buttercup, baby. I don't really know, honey. I'm more on the currencies and metals and stuff like that. I wish I had an idea. But I just don't know, sweetie. You have a good broker anyway. I mean, I get the idea you've made good coin. I'm more about big picture. My favorite theme going forward, if I have an overall theme, is security. I think you can't go wrong by investing in security. Let's see, do they have... it's like they got no porta pots there. Oh, I mean, how does that work? Anything to do with private security services. I love stuff like that. Because now the wealthy are feeling like they have a target on their backs. And, you know, in a gilded age, that's a natural sort of reaction. Yeah, I had to beg off the whole crypto deal. I told people last year I haven't a clue about this stuff. It doesn't make sense to me, but I should keep my mouth shut on it. So, you know, if I don't know, I say I don't know. If I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Well, I know about the market, but if you're having this AI coming in, of course, it's going to have a dramatic effect on profits to a point where it starts to affect consumption and people can no longer buy. And that's what hit them in the 1930s, is people could no longer buy what was being produced. Well, it's the point now where it's just the momentum play, and meanwhile, U.S. Steel just closed down one of their facilities. I know they're laying off people like crazy in Silicon Valley right now, especially Google, and they overfilled their positions. There's a lot more of those blue light eye in the skies I see now that are keeping an eye on parking lots. I like the yuan. I think that's going to be a great investment. I really don't see an end to the gold run, especially with France destabilized and the UK. France has its third finance minister in 7 months or whatever now. What's he going to get up and say? Let's wave a magic wand and make things all better, and let's tell people what they want to hear here. Make everybody happy. Because freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Me and Bobby McGee. So I like that, the yuan. It's about the only currency I really legitimately like right now. The euro's going to be bogged down by problems in the EU. More like the crime ants. Yeah, why should government be? I'm just stunned by people's reaction. Did they think that government should be above the corruption that's infiltrated every square inch of life? Why would you expect any different? I'm always shocked when somebody's not corrupt. That's the real shocker today. Somebody put a free sign on that sofa. Yeah, that's not going to be moving out after the rain. My baby takes the morning train. works from 9 to 5 and then comes home again. Get those feet in the air, baby. Get those feet in the traps. Get those legs up in the traps. That's it. Get them legs up in the traps. Yeah, I'm just not really don't know enough about international stocks. But I do know about currencies. And I do know about commodities. We better start selling some of these soybeans or corn from last year's crop is still sitting there, because we're getting ready to bring in a whole nother crop. And I don't know where the hell they're going to put it. I have no idea where the hell they're going to put it. Somebody, you guys better start munching some soybeans and corn. Okay, I got the gate open because the lady complained last time. She came like 5:30 a.m. It's like, wow, all right, so I got a whiz. That is so really new. Well, they're gonna have a hard time manipulating that crop, Corky. You got a record-breaking crop with unprecedentedly good growing conditions out there in farm regions. Stand by. Check this gate. Oh. I don't think the lady likes my trapping so much, but she does appreciate my sense of humor. Oh, man. All right. I'm not saying we're best pals, but oh, man. We don't have any buyers. China's not bought 1 bushel of soybeans. So we have a lot of last year's crop that's sitting there. And now we got the new crop coming in. And it's like the Farm Bureau guy said, somebody better be stepping up soon and buying some soybeans and corn. Or else we're going to get cornholed. We had a chooch today. You should have been in there firing away, Amanda Hug and Kiss. With your towering intellect. We're down a couple cats tonight. We got no Tyga. Where's Tyga? Look at these two lovebirds. Look at those two. Oh, how cute. They love to sleep together. There they are. Huh? Yeah, everybody's hungry. Everybody's hungry. You can't wait to go in the cage, can you? Huh? You're all excited. Yeah. You want to get your sack torn off, don't you? Yeah. That's magic. All right. There's 3-legged Simba. I hear you. We got a small crew tonight. And there's Skywalker. Chairman Meow. Shadow. I know, you got the biggest mouth. You just didn't turn out as good, Magic, because you look like Ghostface, and that was not a very attractive cat, but we love you. You're like Rocky. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I can't take a bunch. Ah, they're like, where's Tiger tonight? And where's Rosie tonight? They all saying hi. There was where I was cutting the cardboard today when the shit hit the fan. And I think the woman is still kind of mad at me a little bit. But I was trying to give some nice fresh cardboard. You know what I mean? Alright, I gotta go whiz. Please hit the thumbs up button. It's appreciated. We're having a small, intimate chat tonight. I don't have Rosie bothering me right now. Alright, I gotta get this computer moved because we had rain last night. We had rain last night. Let's put this to protect the computer. Oh boy. Christmas time is here. Do 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 do. Merry Christmas, and may all your screams come true. Ooh, a nickel. Yeah, it's a good day today. It's a good day today. Hug and kiss. Do 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 do. Rocking around. The Xmas tree have a happy holiday. Like Magic's mad that he didn't go in the cage today. He seemed a little peeved that he didn't go in the cage. All right, we're gonna feed in the hubcap tonight. That's where we're gonna be feeding. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You mongrels have already been dissipated. You little Mongolian mofos. know, you're out of your mind, Shadow. The woman came up, she looked at this kitchen stadium. She was just in disbelief. Not that it's our convertible top kitchen stadium. I said, you want me to tell you about it? She said, no, I don't even want to hear about it. Funny, some people just lost the art of conversation these days. Oh, I think the word she used was, it was pretty appalling looking. Here's the hubcap of doom. Yes. The hubcap of doom. I think she thought it was pretty appalling. Yeah, the canopy. She just, she didn't want to stay and talk and chat. I did offer her a beer, but it was 10:30. Okay, you guys can enjoy the cats for a bit. We have a small crew tonight. No cats were traumatized in the making of this feature. Can you get off of the table? You see where the food is here? You're bothering me for the food, right? Very rare to have rain in September, but that kind of dampens down our fire season. So that's a good thing. The hubcap of doom. Yeah, I don't think she liked the looks of this baby. Been through some hardware, man. He does alright. He rolls on the ground. Ooh, they don't like the bees. And Shadow's got a hellaciously good appetite. I'm going to start on a few peanuts there. This is what we had to do. Don't regret fighting now. We don't have Rosie here to swat anybody. See how nicely everybody gets along? Skywalker's getting a little uppity these days. He used to be very shy, very reticent. Now he's apt to sort of take control. Apt to take control. Especially since Rosie's not here. Rosie and Tanya are on the table. They do like the hubcap, but they like private dining in the cage better. So what I'm going to do when I got to trap Rosie and the Magic, I'm going to feed the other cats in the garage and close the door and just segregate and then leave the trap out. Look at poor Chairman Meow trying to get in there without drawing undue attention. You just have to move slowly. Slowly. Hey, Elsa. Please hit the thumbs up, guys. The cats thank you. I thank you. Yeah, that's magic. So, Chairman Meow's a female, so they let her be there, but they won't let Shadow in. They're out at the cats. Tiger and Rosie are being, they're probably done now. Although I haven't gotten a love letter to whom. I got no letters from home. They caught themselves this morning. They love the cages. They just they sleep in them. They don't care about the door going up and down. They can care less. The woman didn't believe it till she saw it with her own eyes. Skywalker's keeping an eye on the shadow. Magic, Rosie, and Karl Marxson are private. We're going to have more intelligence than the cats to get these answers. That's going to be a big challenge. Because our collective IQ might not make it great. shops. Carl Mark and Frida Kahlo and Che Guevara. Yeah, they try to sneak in the house. That's Magic. Magic is on the far side now. Yeah, but they won't let the shadow there fall. The shadows them out. You'd be here for peanut time. Thank you, Courtney. Rest your sack. I'm not sure why you should cast your TV. Magic's a big cat. So he's, Magic's, he'll be as big as Ghostface. He doesn't have the handsome good looks of Skywalker, but yet he has rugged good looks. He's like the Charles Bronson. Yeah, Magic's the all gray. Thank you, Corky. Now we didn't, yeah, it felt great to have Rosie trapped. The real prize on this hunt is baby socks. That's the one that we're gonna have a hoedown on 304 when we get that one. We're gonna have a 304 celebration. A 304 down, a hoedown. And there's Simba. Simba gets a little angry. Because the cages are at the veterinarian office with Tiger and Rosie today. We had some early trapping today. Yeah, Magic is the boss. Although Skywalker's getting a big boss here. Yeah, they walked themselves in today. They didn't even care when the door closed on the trap. The woman's like, oh, they must be freaking out in the cage. They're just sleeping in there because they got that. And then she comes over, they're sleeping in there. She said, I've never seen cats that were so unstressed. John goes for beers, Corky. You know it. But we had a very unusual rain overnight. Very unusual for this time of year. finally get baby socks in the cage. We're going to have a fiesta right now. We're going to put on the Mexican music and dance around. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 okay. Yeah, rain. So, very unusual. Chairman Meow's keeping an eye on Skywalker. All of a sudden, Skywalker, you can just lash out. Oh, you broke your bone, huh? Tragedy. Tragedy. Yeah, they like to eyeball each other. Ooh, they don't like Shadow. They don't like Shadow. Because he's a male. I wonder how cats will jump, which is the M&M's with peanuts and which is plain. Get the shadow coming in real slow, like crawling through the trench real slow. Got Magic's attention. You're having a stare off right now. There's growling. Don't make a move. There it is. Tail's wagging. We're going to have to make a stand for food. Whoop. This is not going to end well. You can hear the low growling that's taking place. Won't allow that cat to dip in. Yeah, Chatter's going to be a big boy. He's going to be a jumbo-sized cat. Yeah, nice dinner. It's the call of the wild still. The call of the wild. Still hasn't eaten a thing. He goes to put his snoot down on that food. Yeah, he's like, this isn't worth it right now. I'll get you one day. Waitress hit the problem. So they're guarding the bowl now. They've set up this Swiss guard there. We have this new phenomenon now of protecting our food source from dominating, so that the other cats might starve to death. Well, I did have time to send out another agent query letter today. That was good. Hopefully somebody will handle it like fishing. It's like fishing out there. You got the bait in the water, you gotta wait for that strike so you can set the hook. Yeah, that's a baking thing for loaf of bread. I don't know. They dragged that from somewhere in Neighbors. They brought it in here. It's like they're offering a compensation for being here. That's it. The commie camp, the commie cats. Okay, here comes, whoa. Wow. Skywalker's like, you already ate and you're back again? We're just guarding it. Okay, here we go again. We're having a stare off now. Magic and Skywalker. Didn't like what happened to Chairman Meow. So, Shadows, Magic is gonna defend the honor of defend the honor of that cat. Right? You were a good boy. Yellow jackets are gruesome. Simba! Simba! You better go eat. All your fur grew back. You don't look so gruesome. Cats like that we have fingers and pet in, give it phrenological attention. They like to have their skulls. Alright, here comes Shadow again. That Magic's very muscular. It's like his father Ghostface, very mean looking, big bone, threatening. It's like an Ernest Borgnine. Ooh. Simba's giving a warning. They seem to tolerate the bees pretty good. Magic is plenty heavy. He doesn't, his fur's not thick like Skywalker's. He's all muscle. He is all muscle. You know, Magic has there's not a lot of joy in that personality. Although he does like to get pets. Simba. 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 Okay, ignore me. What a delightful breeze. This is like the last scene of our movie. Yeah, the cages, I went to work on them today to put new cardboard in, and the cats just basically crap themselves this morning. They didn't freak out. They just went in there and slept, waiting for food time. She didn't believe it. She showed up. She looked at it. I've never seen anything like this. They went off to the vets. They'll be back. Everybody moves in very slowly. Nobody makes any rapid moves. That's very provocative. You have to go in very slowly because Magic's kind of looking now like, I don't really know if I like Skywalker's dish or not. And I definitely won't like Simba the dish. With the head down, there's a little bit of growling going on. We're kind of squaring up a little bit. Kind of squaring up. It's like a stair up there. Wow, $800. Wow, we. Very comfortable. Yeah, out you pixie. Yellow ribbon, and small, that's it. You can't put Skywalker in the show anymore because he's been disfigured by his quick ears. So he can go to the National Invitational Tournament for sacked ribbed cats. Leading that competition. Ooh. Ooh. See, Simba's like, I want everybody to move out. Neither milk. They're supposed to be brothers. Okay, we're moving around to the side. This could be provocative. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I knew it. Simba's like, not on that food. This is going to get ugly. Because everybody's eyeballing everybody. Things came to a total standstill. Who's going to get the last of the choice meat? Looking down at it like daring that cat to take a swat. Go ahead, Magic. Take a swat at it. Night, Phil. Yeah, good luck on the operation. Okay, he got his snoot down already. He's looking up at Magic like the hammer's going to drop in any second. Back away a little bit. He knew he took a ferocious chance. There he is again for another eat. And Magic said, well, let it go. Man, I don't got any rain in the backyard at all. We don't get any rain all summer, Tansville. Today was the first rain we had since April. A very short, rare, brief shower. Oh, they'll swing balls. Magic will get up on the back legs and puff out the chest and be like the abominable Bumble in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Skywalker wants to guard the bowl. You have to pay a price to eat around here. You've got to give up a little bit of skin, a little bit of fur. Yeah, you sure are, Shemader. No counts. No counts. The babies eat all day long. We have to have manliness training, Angus Kisses. We need to raise strong lads here, not weak fish. They've got to learn to get in there and battle for the grub. Eating here all day. Naomi said that they do that. I guess there was a place in Escalon or something that had Chinese buffet. Life on the Serengeti here in Portland. Ooh. Ooh. There it is. We're rising up on our back haunches right there. That's how it happens. Gonna be ugly. There will be blood. There will be blood. Every day, I put my straw in your milkshake. When workers rise up against tyranny here. Do 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 do. Trouble is, these days, if you had the International, you'd have a hard time scrounging up the workers to show. You'd be hard pressed to get workers to show up. What workers' party? Ooh. You're supposed to be brothers. Brothers in love. Yeah, I feed them. Everybody gets fed. Everybody gets fed. love the cages. They just couldn't wait to run in the cages. Just associate the cage with feeding time. Damn thing slammed shut, they could care less. They just sat there like, now what? Where's the food? When does the show begin? When does the show begin? Oof. Oof. Ooh. They're squaring up. They're squaring up. Bad dispositions. Somebody smells like whiz. Is it you? Skywalker! All right, here comes, this crew thinks they got a chance now. Wow, what a day. What a day, the horror. The horror. The horror. The horror. Yeah, poor Trotsky. Skywalker. Everybody's hungry. Man, when this woman saw this kitchen stadium today, wow. For the first time in a long time, somebody was absolutely speechless when they saw it. It literally took her breath away. Ooh. I said it's a hard winter around here, right? Turd alert, yeah. I said it's been a hard summer here. Oh, I can tell. Look around here. It looks like the Great Depression is already it's already hit. You shouldn't let them on that grill. They'll never jump that. They're good cats. No, how did she put it? Looks like tough times have already hit. Hey Trish, how you doing? Become food product. They want to, yeah, it's like they don't care about the traps. They don't care about noise. They feel safe in the trap. They go in there. They sleep overnight in there. They're very happy. And Skywalker's so gentle, but he likes to bite your fingers. I don't know if it's a playful nip or he wants to taste them and see how they are. Before he chomps down, I'm not really sure. We're going to get the sushi started in a bit. Yeah, the stove isn't on. I wouldn't let a cat jump up. But they're jumping all around here with nighttime anyway. Skywalker wants to square up. You're such a little ghetto dog, aren't you? A little ghetto tough guy. Not gonna happen on my watch, right? There's no way. A giant hat rabbit trail. Yeah, got Tiger and Rosie. A nice 1-2 punch today. That was it. A really nice one. That was good. They probably sprayed on everything here. Who knows? I think I see Skywalker's what's left of his sack. He's not walking as proudly as he used to walk. You need some artificial nudicles in there. Put him in so he can bounce a little bit for the ladies. He's lost a bit of his swagger. I'm just saying, baby socks and magic are next. Baby socks is top prize, top billing. It's like when you're going to do a movie about hunting, you don't put it in order that the big hunt, the big game gets first. You have to build up the excitement. Well, we already sent Rosie out. Yeah, that's what they have, something called nudicles now, quirky. They found out they think psychologically when a dog gets his sack dropped that they don't feel as, you know, they just feel kind of depressed a little bit because they can't show off walking around. So they sew in these nudicles and then it makes them feel better when they walk around. You know, a guy likes to have his pride. So they have nudicles. Yeah, it's understandable, right? It's a shock. All of a sudden, the girls stop looking at you. It's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, probably not going to happen. We don't know what the hell happened to you, but yeah, go get that shit straightened out and then come back. Ooh. Ooh. Good night, Ma Rich. Ooh. Do 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 do. La cucaracha. Ooh, la cucaracha. Ooh, wow, that was unexpected. That was ugly. Oh, la cucaracha, la cucaracha. I guess we better sanitize this board a little bit.
Are we back?
La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Please hit the thumbs up if you've not done so yet. Nice fresh water there, Chairman Meow. great desacking. Yeah, the woman, I think she felt sorry for us today, like hard times already hit or something. Well, we can't all live the high life. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got Pearl River soy. Dun 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 dun. We got a piece of tuna. You're gonna get soy sauce. Make sure it's Pearl River. Pearl River Bridge, baby. The east is red. Do, do, do. The east is red. Do, do, do. Da, do, do, do. Songhua Renming. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Miller High Life. When it's time to relax, Miller stands clear, beer after beer. If you've got the time, you've got the time. We've got the beer, Miller beer. You gotta stop swatting at cats there. You're too greedy. Ding. Ding dong. Grown from Janet's garden. Where's Hugging Kiss should be like, oh, it's the first green thing I've seen. Could you leave, please? Thank you. I don't need you hanging on me all night. Have to hang on me every second of every day. You are glued to me. Glued to me. And we don't even like each other. Dude. We just tolerate each other. Alright, where's our sharpening block? Oh, wow. You approve? Yeah, I wouldn't want to make a move until you look everything over on the deck. Is it look okay? You want to sharpen the knife, both paws on the table. Man, oh man, it's like... This cat is just glued to me. He's going to sit here going, this cat's just glued to me. He's like, what are we doing tonight? What's the plan? Huh? What's the plan, man? Are we gonna get the show on the road or what? We got a roasted nori seaweed. Woo. Woo. Now we gotta get our bowl of water. The Yellow River Symphony. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 dun dun. Do 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 do. Ding. Where's the sharpening block? Where's the sharp? This is the way it is all day long, just talking and bullshitting all day. I don't know where the whetstone went. Where's the sharpening block? Wow. Do 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 do. All right, I'm just gonna sit on you. How about that? Ding 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 do 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 do. Hey Jerry. I don't know where in the hell the stone went. It's funny how just stuff disappears around here. Cat fricassee. Yeah, I don't know about this. The Boston Janet gave me this. I never really caught into it too much. Hey Jerry, how you doing? We're gonna need some tissue here. Dun dun dun. Do, 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 do. Oh, that felt pretty sharp. We need a little bit more though. Sharpening all wrong. Wow. You just draw through it. It's kind of a low IQ. Oh, okay. Corky scared me for a second. Are you kidding me? It's like a low IQ thing. Let's get up a little higher here for your viewing pleasure. good right there. Yeah, I like stuff super sharp. Before I didn't care, but you know, there's knife smiths here that people take their knives to. And there's also guys that are just on the road all the time, going from restaurant to restaurant. Oh, Rosie, you are so fine. You get to see a master sushi maker here. You never rush them. They're always in their Tokyo kit. They're looking, they're evaluating, they're thinking all the time. They're always taking their time. There's a certain artistry to it. Here, have a piece of cucumber. I bet you're gonna like that. Oh, you can't give a cat cucumber, it'll kill it. There was a nice shiny cart in the bell. People brang out their knives. I like that verb, brang. I brang my catcher's glove today, man. I done brang it to the party. This is one of Janet's homegrowns. All right, that's good. I have the feeling sushi makers don't use peelers. You have to respect the art, Naomi. You have to respect the art. Right now, you're not respecting the art. No. No, we're not going to do that thing, are we? We're not going to do that. Down. 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 Go on. Get down there. Go on. There. No respect. Never seen a master sushi maker work. Oh man. You've always got to know everything that goes on. Here. Chew on that a while. Oh, you didn't care about that, did you? It's nice to be loved, Zoe. We need to have a controlled operation here, or else it results in chaos. Hey Supernova, how are you? I'm doing great. It's been a good day today. I sent out another query letter. Very light pressure. Business worked a lot. The main thing in life is don't be a simp. We have our sushi rice, which was made with sticky rice. And then when it cooled down, we hit that with about a quarter of a cup of rice wine vinegar in there to let that have a little bit of seasoning to it. You don't get loved. I'm sure your folks love you. And we want to press that in really well there. Have Mom come for a visit. Let's see, this is, we have to tack this very carefully here. No, down, down, no, down. No means no. Go on down there. Go on. Wow, it's like basic training. Let's see. Guys are unbelievable. Get down. The hell out of here, these effing bees. Like everything here. Get out of here. Out, down. Yeah, I don't like avocado too much. It's too oily for me. Down, down, down. I'm going to take the end off. Down, 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 you pixies. Get down there. Go on. Out, 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 you pixies. Get down there. Come on. You're going to learn one way or the other. It's going to be the school of hard knocks, baby. Brother. I gotta hide this from the brats. Off the table. Don't even think about it. Get down there. Go on. Go on. Get down. This is why we can't have nice things. Wow. This is why we can't have nice things. I'm having a bad time. I don't know what's going on, Zoe, but I hope it gets better. I know what's wrong with a lot of the world today. Out, you pixies. Get out of here. Are you shitting me? No. No. Eating my food. You got to be kidding me. Well, you can't turn your back for a second around here. Wow, Your father died again. Now, well, you have all those, you have a medical system over there, don't you? Man, I couldn't believe that cat, dude. She's right there doing it up. Got me all off of my game tonight. Got me all off my game tonight. There, you got swat in the mouth, didn't you? How's that for your appetite? Come on, get out of here. Yeah. You learned a lesson on that when, hey James, we're having a little bit of sushi tonight. Cats are driving me crazy. It's hard to focus. Come on, get down. Don't tell me that cats can't be disciplined. Caught underneath of the plastic. Man. Oh. Man, the bees. Man, between the bees. What a nightmare. Wow. No sushi chef has to put up with this. Yeah, you best run. Yeah, you can switch that tail all you want. Oh, I'm unhappy. I thought we're pals. We're gonna make that a bigger one. This is 1 cup of uncooked rice, and then prep that up. Just 1 cup. You don't need to make a ton of rice. Just enough for one decent meal. That's about it. Oh, shit. Yeah, the cats always want to get the best of you, you know? Over. That's working really good. They just need some training, that's all. That's the basic problem. They've just been allowed to run roughshod over everything. Get the hell out of here, mofo. Get out of here, we're in a full-fledged war. Yeah, try it. Go ahead. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. Land on it. Go ahead. There you go. Right on in. Bye. I guess my IQ is higher than yours, right? Don't even think about it. I know you got that look in your eye. I know you got that look in your eye. All put back together. People spend a lifetime working to do sushi. Yeah. May thought that she thought that the thing was, she thought it was avocado, guacamole. It was, man, that had to be a rude awakening. It was wasabi. Well, that had to be a very anguishing night when that happened. Normally we keep a cleaner surface, but times being what they are with the cats, what are you gonna do? It's like the Wizard of Oz says when he met Dorothy. How did you end up here? Well, times being what they were, I took the job. It's my favorite line in the Wizard of Oz. Times being what they were, I took the job. All the red pepper. Oh yeah, I like Sichuan. I love those red peppers. Put that away. Let's finish cleaning this up. Yeah, they're dried red peppers. You see them hanging all over when you go to Sichuan province in China. But if you think Sichuan food is hot, it can't hold a candle to Hunan food, where Chairman Mao was born. That's the real deal down there. Hey, John. Let's talk. Yeah, we talked it at the beginning. Hey, Stoney. Go check out the beginning, John. The first 2 hours, we were right on that today. And if you didn't see Romance, Love, and a breakdown of no justice in the American court system, in family law court, check out yesterday's video. It explains perfectly why marriage has collapsed. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, I talked to him today. He called me about 2 o'clock today. I don't want to give him. I'm just saying, watch my video yesterday. I never tell anybody what to do. But these days, you better pray to God it works out, or you're going to be up Shit's Creek, man. With no fault divorce, anybody can split anytime they want, for any reason whatsoever. So there's no justice in the system anymore. It's just a court of disposition, that's all. Which you don't even need a court for. Pickled ginger. Yeah, ginger's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good, John. I like that philosophy. That's beautiful. That's like I told Shimei. I said, just imagine I'm like your big brother or something. Brother from another mother, but I'm just saying, just be glad. She had a no-count boyfriend. She dodged a bullet on that one. Yeah, you gotta chill the rice. And you gotta keep your knife super sharp. Those cats are waiting to get, they're waiting for the cage. They like to sleep in the cage at night. We find now statistically the happiest group is in America is single men now. Yeah, this is our best one yet here. I don't have all the distraction. Now that I train the cats here, you have to pardon me, the cat's pulled this apart a little bit. That's a beautiful looking sushi right there. That's the way it's meant to be. Right there. Sit that there, and we're going to clean up a little bit. Don't even think about it. No. Yeah, I'm going to be a badass. We're going to stick that inside for a little bit. Feels like a cat pissed on me or something. Such important, man. Yeah, it comes out pretty good. I'm not really good, but I'm good enough. I'm gonna eat it in a bit. Not my best effort because these cats drive me out of my mind all day. Yeah, the room, yeah, don't worry about rice at room temperature. Chinese, there's no refrigeration in China. People are like, man, I can't believe you leave your soup out overnight the night you cook it. Yeah, of course I do, covered. I learned that in China. You let it naturally come down all night long. All the vegetables and things get very tender. It's so intelligent. Who's got an itchy butt? Yeah, you got to protect yourself these days. If you're a guy that comes down terrible on you in a family law court, all right, we're back again, huh? What, did we resurrect that one? Man, I'm gonna get me a. Do it, man. Land on it. Land on it. There we go. Land on it. Go ahead. Make my day. Crabs, not worms. That's it. Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's why the marriage rate has collapsed, because family law is not a court of justice anymore. It's a court of division. Nobody cares who did what wrong, or they don't care. It's the only place in law in America where guilt and innocence has no bearing on anything. Oh, that's nice, James. I like flounder. That's good. Well, you don't want to be a hater of anybody, but you have to be realistic about the world today. Build up a nice house, nice kids, wife. Oh. You come home one day and it's like, honey, I'm just not feeling the love anymore. I'm gonna go find my inner chakra here. I gotta discover who I am. So you're gonna need to pack your shit, move out. I'll see you in court. go into court that day, it's like, okay, you got a nice job. Kid's gonna go with the mom. You're gonna end up in a clapped out shithole apartment somewhere. $4,000 a month child support and alimony. Your life is over. Your life is over. That's it. And you didn't do anything wrong. Beware. Beware. All right, we need some little dish. Yeah, I have a couple comments. One guy's like, that's the greatest explanation for the world today that I've ever seen. Ah, all right, dude. There. Right? You're still going to think that you're eating, right? I mean, you got to be kidding me. Sailboat head. Well, I'm just saying, legally, you'd be under obligation. You better think carefully about moving to Europe. It looks like freedom of speech is dying over there. I'm just saying, watch your six, boys. Now, if you live together and you separate, you don't have to pay alimony. Just for the kids that you procreated, which is perfectly understandable. No extradition in Thailand. Wow, an Italian orchard. Get rid of chopsticks. Why is that, Tyro? Do chopsticks make you mad? Do they inflame you? Chinese food with a Barbie's legs is chopped. Dude, that'll work. That'll work. I thought about it, but I knew about your region. I think that's nice. I don't know how you get, the clearances for visas and all that kind of stuff. But you better not plan on trying to work there. So these days, boys and girls, it's all about the love. It's not a bit about the contract anymore. Yeah, Blackbird and I talked on the phone today. All right, well, you were kind of good. I'll give you one. You weren't great, but you were okay. There you go. Hey, Simon. Thank you. Not working for the youngins. Been retired since I was 50. That's nice, Moxie. Yeah, I like the A's. It's been a rough few years. Orioles and the A's, it's been tough. But if you're a fan, you're a fan. I used to be more of the Giants. Now I've gone over to the A's because they need the love. Here's soy sauce. Ooh, I just got a nose full. Kelly already gave you I already said that Blue Jays are going to be in the World Series. John Creek, would you believe it if I told you this is the only three generations that have ever had the idea of retiring? For thousands of previous years, you worked until you died. And that was it. Oh, it's not hard, Judy. It's a little bit of technique. It's very, very tasty tonight. I like the deep red tuna. Wild caught. Thank goodness they don't farm raise that crap now. Yet. Well, because being able to support yourself in retirement is a rarity throughout the history of the world. It's an aberration that came in after World War II. Because we were making so much money and so wealthy, that the idea of the system should support people. But that's a very novel concept in the world. Through history, most people have had to support themselves till they fell over or family took care of them. Pushing a plow. California in general. It's not so much food when you slice it out. You can see I'm not just hammering it, Shimei. What the hell are you eating? I'm not exactly going to town on it. So just know, if you do get hitched up these days, that a contract means nothing. A pledge, a covenant, it means nothing these days. It's not worth the paper it's written on. It's meaningless. It's the only contract you enter into that has no compensation for justice, and that's what makes it highly unusual. The cats are like, "Where's Tiger?" They're not asking about Rosie because Rosie's always pushing them around. Take care, Zoe. Yeah, take care. Have a good night, honey. I hope things get better for you. I hope you get some help over there. Renting for at least a year. Well, as soon as our society turned to animals as substitutes for children, the cost of veterinary care went through the roof. When I was a kid, it was dirt cheap to go to a vet. Dirt cheap. You guys are still playing with. You're gonna get popped by that bee, and I'm not taking you to a vet. I'll take out that EpiPen and just blow that thing into your side. That's it. May women like myself can't have children. What does that mean? You may or may not. There's. You mean may not? Of course. That's nature. Yeah. It's nature. Yeah, the epi-sac cork, it goes right in. Boom. That's it. No more Gordon. What does that mean? They're always resurfacing all the time. Yeah, no problem. You want to have cats to have something to love and take care of, that's a beautiful thing. I'm just saying, in our society, the concept of pets overwhelmed what it used to be before. You haven't seen them in a while in my set. I spent almost 40,020 when my 70-pound dog was nuts. Mad lazy. No, I would have just put the dog down. That's it. Sorry, humans first and then dogs. Yeah, I don't seen him in a while either. He probably got picked up by the police over there or something. I don't know. Probably was out protesting in London or something, old London town. There's nothing wrong with having cats and stuff, nothing at all. I'm saying as soon as the veterinary profession caught on, people will pay anything to take care of their pets. Up, 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 up. Please hit the thumbs up if you've not done so. It is appreciated. Man, they're still playing with that bee. Okay. Yeah, wait till you get it in the snoot. Wow. It's like, whoa. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight. Great stream tonight. Thank you, Shimei. Thank you, Ronnie, for everything that you do. I really appreciate all of you. Yeah, when they get bopped on the nose, don't come to me. I don't play the veterinarian game, no. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. And if you've not hit the thumbs up, could I prevail upon you? We're only 13 thumbs up away from 100. And that's always a beautiful thing to hit. All right, we had a good time tonight. We had a good chat. We got some good food. No cats were harmed in the making of this video. Yet. Judging by what these dopes are doing, I don't know. All right, Moxie, take care.